Hey, before the video starts really quick, I just wanted to let you know that the instrumental versions of all of the songs off of my EP Poolside just dropped yesterday as I'm recording this. I figured just because of my YouTube channel and because of all the beat making videos and all the behind the scenes videos like this one that I do, I thought it'd be cool for you guys to be able to hear all the instrumental versions of the songs just so you can focus on the production side of things. And I know a lot of you watching are producers yourself, so I just thought it would give you a good insight. You can stream the instrumental versions of all the songs as well as the normal versions of the songs with vocals on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere that you listen to music. All the links are in the description below. You can also download the EP and the instrumental versions on Bandcamp for free. Name your price. So I just wanted to pop in here and make that little announcement really quick. So yeah, go stream it if you want, and let's get into the video. Yo! What's good? Welcome to part 3 of 4 of me breaking down songs off of my EP Poolside. The song we're going to be going over today is the third track called Spent. If you want to listen to Spent before you watch this video, just so this video kind of makes more sense, all the links are in the description below. You can listen to the song on Apple Music, Spotify, you can purchase it on Bandcamp and iTunes, you can listen to it on SoundCloud, you can listen to it here on my YouTube channel. It's everywhere you listen to music, and that also goes for the rest of the EP as well. You can listen to Spent and the EP via all the links that I just mentioned in the description below. So please go give it a stream or purchase it if you want. It would mean the world to me. I put a lot of love into these songs. I'm not trying to beg you to go listen to it, but I'm just saying, like, it would mean a lot if you went and checked it out, and that would be pretty sick. So this was the first song that I started making on the EP. I think I demoed it out in March of 2021, which was around the same time I recorded Wheelie. I remember when I demoed it out, I thought it was like the best thing ever. I was like, whoa. I would listen to the demo over and over again and I would never get tired of it. It was just such a bop every time. Just kind of sat on my laptop for almost a full year because I returned to it in January of this year, so January of 2022. Fleshed it out, I finished writing it, I recorded it, and then I mixed it and mastered it with the rest of the EP. Without further ado, let's break down my song Spent, and I'll show you guys how I did everything in here. Alright, so here's the session. This is a huge session. The song is well over 100 layers. It's, yeah. In actuality, the song's actually pretty simple. It's just drums, percussion, bass, guitar, and vocals. But there's a lot of layers in this song. A lot of, like, multi-layered parts. Very repetitive, too. That was by design. Let's just kind of go ahead and start where we usually start. Let's start off with the drums here. That's it. That just loops throughout the entire song. I discovered that little drum loop in my sample library back in 2019. I was like, ooh, that's kind of quirky. That's kind of fun. And then I picked up my guitar and I just started playing some chords over it. And I just kind of started fiddling with it. And I recorded like a little voice memo on my phone. And then I just kind of let it sit for a while. I bookmarked the drum loop and I was like, yep, I'm gonna use that for something someday. 2021 came around and I picked the drum loop back up and made the demo. But yeah, it's just a pre-made drum loop from some sample pack I downloaded somewhere. I don't know if it's an Ableton sample pack or if it's a sample pack from some other person. I did layer the drum loop with a kick drum sample because I put so much tape saturation on there. A lot of the thump and a lot of the bass from the main drum loop was lost. Here's what the kick sounds like in isolation. Just to kind of add some of that thump back in. I have a crash cymbal that I added in that comes in at the beginning of the guitar solo and the choruses. Just sounds like this. Being sidechained to the kick drum. It's just some white noise layered with a crash. In the last chorus, I have a hi-hat that comes in. Just accenting the upbeats, just to kind of add some extra excitement to this final chorus. Then also in the choruses, I have a shaker that comes in. It's actually my mom's rain stick, and I'm just using it like a shaker. And then I also have a little bongo loop going on throughout the pre-choruses, the guitar solo, and the choruses. That's just these bongos right here, right behind me. I just mic'd it up with my SM57 and just played that pattern. Again, it's pretty low in the mix. It's not super noticeable. It's just all kind of laying a nice lush field of sound. You know, a lot of percussion in this song to just really drive things home and make the song feel like it's just always moving forward. Okay, next up is the bass guitar. I love the way this bass sounds. It sounds friggin' gnarly. That just loops throughout the whole song. Yeah, I mean, if we break it down, the bass guitar layer is actually made up of 2 layers. It's the main bass layer, which sounds like this. Just kind of a cleaner bass tone. But then I ran that track through some parallel distortion and bounced it out to its own audio track. So then that's what this sounds like on its own. Yeah, and then those 2 layers come together to make the overall bass tone. Then when we get into the latter half of the song here, I have another little distortion layer coming in. It's just the bass guitar pitched up an octave, run through some distortion, and then run through a bunch of chorus. But yeah, that just gives the bass a whole nother flavor in the latter half of the song, and it just kind of opens everything up as well to sound a little bit bigger. Now let's move on to some of the guitar stuff. The very first guitar part in the entire song that I started with when I was conceiving the demo for this song. That's what this sounds like. That's it. That just repeats throughout the whole thing. It's a little guitar lesson here. So it's just G sharp major 7 going up to A sharp major 7. But I'm playing only 3 strings out of that major 7 chord, so I'm not playing the note on the low E string. I'm only playing the middle 3 strings, the D, G, and the B string. So I'm only playing these 3 notes. So it sounds minor. But I mean, in the context of the song, it's actually a major 7. So yeah, that only comes in certain sections. Originally I had it to where it looped throughout the whole song, but I eventually decided that there was another layer that was much more integral for the song, and that I liked a lot more, and that's this. It's these arpeggios. I loved the way that sounded when I recorded it. It was just amazing. Same chords, they're just being arpeggiated instead of strummed all the way. That's one take played in a lower voicing on the guitar, panned left, and then another take played on a higher voicing on the guitar, panned right. So then you get this cool difference in stereo field, and it just gives it this really cool sound. But I ended up liking that layer a lot better and centered the rhythm section a lot more around those arpeggios as opposed to the strums. And then on top of all that, on top of the strums and the arpeggio, I have another layer that also repeats throughout the entire song that I loved. And I've got M Rotary on there, which is a rotary plugin, giving it that really cool, spinny, kind of modulated sound. So if we play all the guitar parts that I just showed together, that's what this all sounds like. Just such a cool, quirky, funky vibe. If we come down here and get into that riff, just one layer of the riff being played normal pitch, and then I just duplicated it and pitched it up an octave to give it just you know, just to make it poke through the mix a little bit more. But yeah, I thought that sounded really cool. It's just being run through some bias amp emulation. Then at the end of the song, I also doubled up, or tripled up rather, on that guitar arpeggio part. And I just copy pasted it onto a new audio track and downsampled it, so it sounds like this. I just thought it sounded cool just to add that little extra layer in as the song was kind of coming to an end. Taking a 180 and going back to the beginning of the song, when I was recording this song, I just wanted to have the drums and the bass and the guitar arpeggios playing, but it just felt too bare to me. So I showed this demo to my dad actually, and he suggested this little guitar part to me, just add a little something extra to make the intro a little more interesting, and it's this part right here. It's just a really distorted guitar tone being run through the Ableton corpus. That's what it is. So it gives it that really weird resonating tone that just makes it sound not like a guitar at all. Really simple little fix just to make it sound more interesting, but that's all it takes a lot of times, is if you have a section of a song that it still feels too empty, it just doesn't feel like there's enough going on. A lot of times all you need to do is just add like one really subtle element, and that just makes everything click. And then the last guitar part here is the guitar solo. So let's get into the guitar solo really quick. That's what this sounds like. I love that. I love that. Just being run through a bias amp yet again. It was actually a preset. It was like some 70s rock preset or something like that. But let's get into the vocals. So the verse vocals are just comprised of one lead vocal and then a centered double and then two doubles panned left and right. So it's 4 vocal takes all together. That's what these sound like. Walking through the streets all by myself. Pretty simple. I wanted the vocals to be pretty simple and narrow in the verse and even the pre-chorus a little bit. In the second verse, I just have like some little octave throws come in where I'm just singing an octave higher. Sleeping by myself. Just to add a little extra excitement in that second verse. All recorded with my Shure SM7B, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I record, at least for a lot of the vocals on this EP, I recorded all my vocals through a Shure SM7B. Except for Last Minute. I recorded Last Minute with an Audio-Technica 2035 because I just wanted a brighter vocal sound. And I'm actually transitioning over to a Rode NT1 now. I think that's going to be my new vocal mic. But for Post Up, Wheelie, Velcro, all the songs I put out last year, and for 3 out of the 4 songs on this EP, the SM7B has been my vocal mic of choice. But anyway, technical little side tangent there. We're getting to the pre-chorus vocals here. It's pretty much the same exact thing as the verse vocals, just more takes to kind of make it a little more exciting as it builds up into the chorus. It's just one lead vocal and then a double pan center, double panned left, a double panned right, and then 2 falsetto layers panned left and right just to kind of add some extra high end. Can you drop the clock and spend some time with me? That's pretty much it. And then we get into the chorus vocals. It's a lead vocal with a double pan center, a double pan hard left, a double pan hard right, 4 falsetto layers, 2 of which are panned a little more narrow, and the other 2 are panned much wider. And then 4 layers of me singing an octave lower than the main melody. Same thing, 2 takes are panned a little bit narrower, and the other 2 takes are panned much wider. Here's what the chorus vocals sound like all as a unit. Remember you were stopping by my place, 5:15, not a single trace. Remember when we were always down someplace. I guess I'm spent. You can also hear that I'm running the vocals through a very kind of weird, spacey sounding delay track, and let me see if I can pinpoint which one that is. It's the psych delay right here. Now, this is pretty much the exact same kind of delay that I used for my song Wheelie. If you've seen my song breakdown, or if you've just heard the song Wheelie, in the chorus there's these really psychedelic kind of delay throws in between me singing phrases. I did the exact same thing for this song in the chorus. I actually copied the same chain and just threw my vocal through this delay on certain phrases just to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. So that's it for the main vocals. Now we're just going to go over some ad-lib kind of things. I have these woes that come in at the end of each chorus. The way I had the vocal flowing over the beat in the chorus, it just left that little bit of empty space at the end of the chorus, and that was a space that I felt needed to be filled. So instead of adding more lyrics or anything like that, which I didn't feel like was necessary, I just added in some woes at the end, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm adding some artificial harmonies in there, and then I just have some ad-libs throughout the song, similar to how I did in Wheelie. Again, kind of a little bit of Wheelie inspiration here. That sounded kind of wrong, but, you know, it adds to the vibe, you know? Nah, sleeping by myself now. Take a hint, have some pity, all this begging ain't so easy. That's the whole song. Again, when you break the song down to its core elements, it's actually a really, really simple song. Don't let the layer count deceive you. It's just a lot of layering. A lot of intertwining guitar parts, some bass, drums, vocals, ad-libs, and that's like it. I mean, it's actually a very simple song, and everything repeats too. It's very repetitive. So this song isn't out yet as I'm recording this, so I have no idea what the reception for this song is going to be, but you know, I really hope that you guys are enjoying it. Please let me know in the comments below if you're into this song and if you like it, and you know, if you've been jamming out to it in the car or whatever. I didn't go too in depth with the plugins on this video because I don't know, I feel like it's more important that I go over the compositional side of things as opposed to plugins. I feel like in Close to You and Last Minute and even my Velcro breakdown, I just got a little too carried away with the technical side of things, and I kind of want these videos to focus more on the core elements and what really made the song come together. You know, plugins and stuff like that are important and do add to the overall characteristic of a song and any instrument's sound, but really in the grand scheme of things, what's most important is, like, you know, the melodies and all that kind of stuff and how everything works together. So, you know, I think for future breakdowns, I'm going to focus a little bit more on that. But again, if you want to know how I did any of that stuff, just leave a comment below. I don't get very many views on these videos, so I see your comments and I try and respond to every single one. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're enjoying the EP. All the links are in the description below. Go listen to it, please. Feel free to watch some of the other videos on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that nonsense if you like what you see here. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, that's all I got. Peace out.